The Rockies, Denver, Colorado for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Solid opening drive so far. Now can they cash in 1st and goal? Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Mr. Davis, you're a football lifer, my friend. You've called games at the highest level. You know head coaches inside and out. Please explain that one to me. Speechless. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And returning it, here's Hamler. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Watch tight end. Tight right. You got 4.
Bridgewater. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. On fourth down, Sam Martin is on to punt for the Broncos. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game. Now Burrow loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Now it's Burrow. Escaping, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He finds his man, complete. It's Beck. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bengals drive about to get going. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn.
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Throwing, Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he slings one that's incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, it really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. Touchdown! Javonte Williams with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. From the 41, Burrow. And the Broncos get there and take him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Chase. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Burrow going for it on 4th. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Foster. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Play action now. Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys, he's already gotten in.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Burrow's throw taken in here by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting it.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to blame them, isn't it? Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. On the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my... They've thrown it to him?
Yeah, every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Got an open man, it's Foster. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
They find some open field here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Williams again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play fake. Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Eluding the pressure right, and he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Burrow from his own end zone. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. 11. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Broncos 49, Bengals 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Open man is Chase, complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to air one out.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow to Mixon on the check down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He finds his running back, Mixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow, he'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Burrow will throw.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On first down, it's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Play action now. Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Bridgewater now from the 50. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's got the first down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Justin Houston able to record his 5th sack of the season. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defense